G'day cruisers and welcome to our cabin aboard Pacific Explorer. We're on deck number 7 of Pacific Explorer on a balcony class stateroom. I'd like to thank you all for watching the video and let's get into it. So the first cabinet that we have that I've just been showing you is a long cabinet which has a lot of hanging space in it. There's a lot of coat hangers and a spare doona in that as well. On the inside door, there's also a full-length mirror. Now, the second cupboard on the left-hand side of that first one is a double hanger. It has a large portion at both the top and the bottom to hang your clothes and lots of coat hangers. So that's very handy as well. We'll close those up. And the third cupboard that we're going to come to is a shelf cupboard where there's 4 or 5 shelves plus some of these little wire racks down at the bottom which actually fold out and allow you to put things in. There's also a safe that's also located on one of these shelves here, and that's great for your passport, your camera, your bank card, keys, anything like that. There's also 2 life vests that have been put into life jackets that have been put into this particular one because there's only Aileen and I in this stateroom. Let's have a look at the bathroom. Coming into the bathroom now, the bathroom's on the left-hand side as you enter the cabin. There's some space up there for storing lots of stuff, a couple of glasses for rinsing your mouth out, some pool towels located on the bottom rack with some sanitary napkin bags and also some spare toilet paper in a bin. Now, all of the soap is all pump dispensed. There's a lovely bright fluorescent light above the very spacious mirror. There's a decent good side mirror and it's lovingly accented by some ceramic tiles. That's your fan that sucks all the steam out of the room. And we also have towel racks, both hand towels and body towels as well, which are replenished on a daily basis if you want them to, or you can hang them back up. Standard toilet, vacuum flush toilet, only put into the toilet paper and what usually goes into a toilet. Decent size, very decent size shower with something that I love on cruise ships is the washing line that actually comes out from the wall. Standard cruise ship washing line that comes out and attaches, that I'm attaching at the other side now, into the wall. And you can put your swimmers or bathers or any wet clothes that you may have throughout the journey onto that line. When you finish with it, you just unhook it from the wall and it retracts back into the holder. Now, the shower itself has shampoo and conditioner and body wash on pump, good size shower head and 2 dials to control. The top one controls the flow, the bottom one controls the temperature. A little bit different to a normal tap at home. Takes some getting used to, but those of you who've cruised before, it's exactly the same as you've seen on every other ship. A handrail there for those rough days at sea. Now, coming out, there's a mirror right beside the bathroom door, and below that mirror is a little shelf. Now, that shelf's perfect for putting your cruise card or your keys or anything on it, but what's extra special is what's underneath that shelf. Underneath the shelf, there's a little black box on the left-hand side, an American outlet, which is great, another outlet on there, but that light is actually controlled. Hello, Nathan, is actually controlled by that little black motion sensor. Now, Aileen's trying to get this lamp turned on right now. We had a bit of difficulty with these lamps. With the ship being the age she is, we couldn't actually get those switched on and switched off at some periods during the cruise. You've got your manual thermostat there, which controls your temperature, allowing you to adjust the AC, and also a coat hook on the wall as well, which folds down and is spring loaded. So that was very helpful, especially for putting our coats on. Now, I actually got lucky the very first time. You'll see it here that I only needed to twist the dial a few times to turn the light on. That was not always the case. Beside the bed on both sides, you have a bedside table with 3 drawers, lots of space for all your equipment. We use them for battery space for battery backups and the like. Over this side, you've got a tub chair, and you've got a copy of Good Times, which is the magazine that you'll be getting on board. Now, the bed, it's not exactly a premium class bed. It is fairly comfortable, but I would not equate it to something like a princess bed or a mariner's dream bed in Holland, America. It's a standard cruise bed. On the right hand side, we have some lovely artwork that's on the wall. Now, behind the TV is the really good thing. They have an Australian plug on the left. In the centre, they have a European plug and 4 USB plugs, so including the American plug for the television. Now, for such an old ship to have 4 USB plugs, P&O Australia, you have done very well. Now, 2 shelves here with railing around them. This is what we use to put our camera equipment on, but you could use it for pretty much anything. It's just 2 extra storage shelves. Now, each of the rooms comes with a 42-inch flat screen television. I'm pretty sure Samsung was the brand. Yep, Samsung's the brand. Now, directly below that, there's a refrigerator, just a little 50 or 60 litre refrigerator, and it will allow you to just keep your drinks cold in there if necessary, and that closes up with the outer door. Now, there's a big size mirror above the dressing table. I'd like to introduce our cabin steward for this journey, who's French. Big shout out to French. Thank you very much, mate, for making our first trip on the seas very enjoyable. You've got a telephone there, light switches that you can switch on and off that control all the room switches, and an American plug. So if you are, and a hairdryer. So if you are travelling with just Australian plug things, make sure you bring enough travel adapters. The little stool that comes out from the makeup table, and there are the drawers as well for putting all your stuff in. Like I said, we just use them for cables and knickknacks, and a bin directly underneath there as well. Now, as I mentioned, you've got a lovely tub chair and a glass sliding door that slides across, once unlatched, out to the balcony. Out in the balcony, you have 2 chairs, 2 slingback chairs that are reclinable to a certain angle, and also you have a metal table out there. So, balcony is fantastic. What you'll probably notice if you've been on a few cruise ships is that the balcony is rather enclosed. This was the style of ship architecture that Princess first came to when they were doing these Sun class ships. So thank you very much for watching our room tour. This is room number 9020 on the Pacific Explorer.